Welcome back. We are trying to find out whose responsibility is it to ensure security of women working in night shifts, employer or the administration, and not just women in night shifts, women who go out at night to buy something from the malls. Well, Chitleen, in a way, if you look at it, there's one way the administration is saying, please, if you're going alone, be watchful. Otherwise, if you're working somewhere, for working women, we are giving you certain facilities. You know, you need a drop and a pick if you're going to go out at night to a restaurant, or if you're in the malls shopping. So what is the message? I mean, should we learn some self-defense or carry some spray?
These are all peripheral things. These are all peripheral things. The point is, look, if somebody would attack a woman, you can't squarely at that point in time say it's the police which was at fault, because if somebody has decided to attack a woman, there could be circumstances which are individual in every case. But the whole point, the umbrella issue is that whose responsibility is it to make the woman feel safe that she decides to go out. This certainly is not the solution that please, you know, when you are out after 8 o'clock, they're always shirking responsibility. Look, we told you, don't go out after 8 o'clock, don't wear these kind of clothes, and this is the reason all this has happened. Also at the same time, the other thing that Haryana police has done, I mean, this is another one of the silly solutions, is that in order to make women safe, they're going to have more women police. Now, how does that match? Are they going to increase the night dominance? Are the police that you already have going to work? I mean, here we have, I mean, it starts from the top. I mean, do we have the DGP ever going on record? I haven't even seen him ever speaking, you know.
Okay, one part we can say, this order was passed by the administration, by the way, because the very next day the vigilance head turned around and said that we definitely provide a safe environment for the women, and they are free to work or roam around after 8 o'clock. There's no curfew hours for them, or nothing of this sort is there. And also a lot of them say that a lot of women who are also working late at night or something, cases don't come to them. It's not reported, the figures are not there, so ill-equipment.
It just shows that the women have no faith in the police. I mean, if I were to feel that I'm unsafe, or there's somebody who's been following me, or there is some kind of a thing that I'm feeling unsafe in a particular environment, is the police giving me is it welcoming enough that I actually go and repose my faith in the police?
Let me get Mr. Guman. So, do you think it is important for the police to know how many women are working late at night?
Definitely. They take this particular case, in Bub case. Particular mobile phones available at that slot at that time. But I tell you, professional competency is in prevention and then detection. If the real culprits are caught, then it sends the right message to other people that you can't go away with this. Number one. Number two, I am telling you, it is our basic duty. No force can avoid this responsibility, that is, women are not safe anywhere at any given point of time. Whatever precaution they have, be it data, be it analysis, be it providing more forces, be it women police, be it men police, be it patrolling. Whatever positions you have to take, you have to take. You can't avoid it. You have to ensure that your women are safe.
But why can't the administration provide an atmosphere in Gurgaon where a woman can walk freely, feeling safe that she will be attacked? Why are these incidents even taking place? What is the reason is to be seen. That has to be cured in the first place.
As I told you earlier, I am not competent and knowledgeable enough to comment on Gurgaon police. I am talking in general.
From a police.
We are not in only Gurgaon, but as ma'am has said, in Bombay.
Be
it Patiala, be it Sangrur, be it Chandigarh. Where women
no, in Patiala women don't work at night.
Now with this education coming up, you will see within next 10 years how majority of women force will be working.
So how did this explain that?
Shruti, the basic and the most fundamental duty of the police is to maintain law and order. And if they are failing to do that, there has to be some action taken against them. The government has to pull up people who are responsible for the security and the law and order in that area. If you are not going to do that, that means you are relaxed about it. You are not thinking, I mean, you don't think that it is good enough for them to take action. So accountability is very, very important.
We've had Mr. Dalal at the helm of affairs for the past 6 years. Why has never been any action taken by the Chief Minister, Mr. Hooda, against him? There has been a 5 times increase in crime in the past. There has been a doubling of crime in the past 5 years during his time. What has the government done?
Other than saying that you please
do this, you please be feel kind.
The problem is why don't you have proper patrolling in the right places where, I mean, you have PCR vans standing there, But are they taking quick action? Is it fast enough? They're not responding in the right manner.
Even as a woman, let me just relate a small little tiny thing. I mean, as a woman, I dropped my husband. Now this is talking about Chandigarh. I dropped my husband to the railway station for a very late night train, and I was driving back, and there were these two people in the car who started following me. I saw a PCR on the roundabout, and I stopped and I told them, and that is the last I saw of them. So that is like, you know, that was a simple solution, that you have PCRs located on every roundabout. If Chandigarh can do it, if Bombay can do it, what's the problem with Gurgaon?
Yeah.
And especially, you know, there's so many incidents happening over there. We are seeing throughout the newspapers, I mean throughout this time.
So at the end of the day, would you say that Chandigarh is pretty safe?
No, as Ma'am has done, thank you, she has complimented Chandigarh police. I fully agree, presence of police, number one, in any affected area at any given point in time, and their response and alertness, it saves many situations. I agree with you. That is one of the solutions.
Shruti, are you safe with the police here? To a large extent?
Yes.
You would say that at any point in time
yes,
I would.
I would. The Chandigarh police is, I mean, I would say, you know, more efficient than Gurgaon.
Thank you to that.
It will give him the fairness of things to thank you right now. After we congratulate him so much.
But I tell you one thing, honestly, we are in the process of implementing one thing to make the women of this city safe, who are being stalked, who are being sent SMSs, blank calls. We are already on the process. Within very short time, we are from our women and child sportsmen, we are having an initiative where only women constables, anybody can call them without their name, tell me this car is following me from college to school, or in this bus, or in this train, or
is it because it's this very smaller city, so vigilance? I mean, Chandigarh is always an easier city to.
I tell you one thing. This is regarding the implementation of the law. Your priorities. You want to your women to be safe, you have to send a strong message.
Absolutely.
Number one, that no one can go away, whether howsoever powerful, howsoever rich, howsoever one is. If you misbehave, you have it.
You know, and
that is the simple thing. Number two, I am thankful to you, all of you, for being very fair to for being fair to police. And I welcome your criticism also. No system is perfect. We always learn from our criticism, and I welcome for it. And moreover, I tell you as an officer, if you have any problem, you come across, please come back to us, and we will give you. This is what I am paid for.
What were your fears? You just mentioned that, you know, that probably Chandigarh is a model city, so every kind of experiment really goes well out here. You know, the size of a city really doesn't matter, because the way the police works is in the beat kind of system. So if you have two people responsible for a particular area, it is their responsibility. What kind of it's how organized you are, what kind of accountability you show, and what kind of responsibility you are doing. So a city can be divided into many small little areas where if the police needs, they can actually focus and ensure that no crime takes place, or at least the least amount of crime takes place.
And you know, the way to ensure is that if the police officers who are responsible for the maintenance of law and order of that area are not able to perform their duties properly, the services should be terminated or whatever.
It's really sad. What really takes the
cake? You know, because at the end of the day, we of course are targeting Gurgaon, where the crime has gone up really high. But how safe would anybody feel in Delhi, for that matter?
No, that's the same thing. I mean, Delhi is a big city, but then...
And it's our capital.
Delhi has the same kind of problems as Gurgaon. Or after all, these are the cities, these are metro cities where women are working late. But then why not follow the Bombay example?
Right.
Bombay crime does take place. There's a different kind of crime. But then women have been working...
I think Gujarat is a good example which has really offered the security for women.
For example, Jaipur for that matter. I mean, we had a very major case some years ago in Jaipur, but after that it has been a very peaceful city. You have foreigners, it's an international city in that sense. They have managed to do a good job.
But the difference between Delhi and Gurgaon is Delhi is so chock-a-block with people and population. They are less of secluded places. Even this incident has taken place on MG Road, which was a secluded road. So this is a lesson to be learned by the police to provide more security at secluded spots where such crime can perpetrate.
Yeah,
you know,
that would be common sense.
There has to be a sense of responsibility at the top. I mean, 2 years about a year ago, when we asked the chief minister as a journalist that there were these two women who were beaten up in broad daylight. There was a rural case, and the police was watching. He actually said कि तो छुटपुट सी घटना है. So if the chief minister thinks that when two women are beaten up in broad daylight in front of the whole village is a chutput ghatna, that just I mean, this Gurgaon case
The
is just-
message that you're sending across is
so-
obviously
absolutely.
not-
So even your police relaxes. Okay, if the chief minister is not bothered, why should I be bothered?
The concern is that.
And even if some kind of
So would you say in Chandigarh it's a particularly
मैं
different?
उनको आपको जब हम ट्रेनिंग में थे मेरे एक सीनियर अफसर ने कहा था कि जिस घर की टूटी चूती है मतलब पानी चूता है उस देश के डैम भी चूएंगे इफ वी आर नॉट मतलब रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू ए स्मॉल इंसिडेंट आई एग्री विद
Absolutely.
यू हैव टू बी टोटली रिस्पॉन्सिबल दैट वी आर जीरो टॉलरेंस फॉर एनी मिसबिहेवियर टू आवर वुमन दैट्स ऑल
Right.
But here I would like to request one thing also. Apart from our duty, it is the duty of media, it is the duty of the makers of this country also, not to project women only as a sex symbol. They have to project like Sita, like our great leaders, who are mothers, who are sisters, who for the centuries have stood by their family despite the oppression, despite all things, and sacrificed a lot to bring up this country.
Okay, I've got precisely 1 minute. So finally, final solutions. What would you say, Jit?
Final solution is obviously that for the people of Gurgaon or any other city for that matter, they have to be made to feel safe. And they can be made to feel safe only by the administration and the police authorities. They cannot depute personal security guards for themselves.
And
The
also,
atmosphere as a whole.
possibly, because it's been years, we women have been struggling with this, that come on, safe society, and every year it doesn't seem to get any better. So a whole mindset change, a
And
society
Gurgaon
responsibility.
is a
What would
model
you
city
say?
with educated people.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been saying this from the beginning of this show that accountability is the most important thing.
Yeah.
If you hold the police officers accountable, I'm sure they'll ensure the maintenance of law and order. Increase the patrolling.
Some heads need to roll, and that's it. I mean, some people have to lose their jobs, if not lose their jobs, sit at home for some time. And the message in the police, by the way, the kind of cadre which they are in, it's a very strong message. So if somebody loses his job, I mean, that's really pulls up a lot of people. It's an exemplary kind of punishment. So a few heads need to roll in the Haryana police before things can change.
So it's particularly Haryana according to you.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you so much for being with me. Well, the principal difficulty of being a woman, it is often said, is that she has to deal with men. But since that's the deal, there's no point arguing on that count. What's worth raising a storm about, though, is the official and general mindset that it's the men who decide what the women will and should do and how they should behave. In the case of Gurgaon, till when they should actually work, that's unfair to say the least, and an insult to women. Surely we can do better than this. Well, that's what we have in Prime. Thank you for watching.